Donald Trump arrived at the Republican National Convention wearing a bandage on his ear that was grazed by a bullet in the assassination attempt in Pennsylvania on Saturday. One of his supporters was killed and 2 others were wounded. The shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, was killed by a Secret Service sniper. And now new information is emerging about Crooks. According to an FBI and Homeland Security bulletin sent to law enforcement nationwide, on the day of the Trump rally, Crooks purchased 50 rounds of ammunition from a gun shop in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Sources say on the day of the rally, Crooks, a member at a local gun club, told his father he was going to the shooting range, and that's when his father allegedly gave him the rifle used in the attack. FBI investigators say while they've conducted hundreds of interviews and scoured his social media and phone, a motive remains unclear. The Secret Service director sitting down with ABC's Pierre Thomas, calling the shooting unacceptable, promising transparency in the investigation.
The buck stops with me. I am the director of the Secret Service, and I need to make sure that we are performing a review and that we are giving resources to our personnel as necessary.
Cheadle says the Secret Service was responsible for the inner perimeter of the rally where Trump was, but local police were responsible for the outer perimeter where the gunman was located. Investigators now trying to determine whether roof access had been properly locked down.
In your mind, should that roof have been secure, period?
There's a safety factor that would be considered there, that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof. And so, the decision was made to secure the building from inside.
The director of the Secret Service says she will not resign. She is due on Capitol Hill Monday for a hearing on the assassination attempt. Meanwhile, President Biden has now ordered stepped-up security for former President Trump and a protective detail for independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
It's day 2 of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, and we have a live look at the scene there. This is where the convention is taking place from the outside. Last night, former President Trump did make his first public appearance since the assassination attempt over the weekend. You saw the former president mouthing thank you to the crowd as he walked out. More than 50,000 people were at the RNC yesterday. Before his appearance, Trump named Ohio Senator J.D. Vance as his running mate. Vance has been called out in the past for saying negative things about Trump. And we're learning more about Vance and his ties to California. After graduating Yale Law School, Vance lived for a time in San Francisco and worked as a venture capitalist. His wife, Usha, grew up in San Diego and worked as a corporate litigator for a law firm in San Francisco. She stepped down from that job yesterday after her husband was announced as Trump's vice presidential pick. She also once clerked for Supreme Court Justice John Roberts and Brett Kavanaugh. We'll take you live to the convention coming up at 11:30. President Biden is set to speak at the NAACP National Convention in Las Vegas.